and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to start as well as finish off your keychains along with the ties here. I will be showing you guys how to do this both with an even amount of strings and an odd amount of strings because I know everybody does come across with both of those scenarios. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. Like any other project, you're going to be needing to clamp down your project. So for example, I'll be having some tape here and I'll be just simply laying it on top of my project, my keyring, and just sort of clamping it down right there. Next, take your bass string, so I have mine here, and you should have cut one of them way longer than the rest. So as you can see, mine, it's like at least, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 meters longer than the rest, which is a lot of string. Basically needing this one for the leading strand when you start your alpha pattern. So yeah, once you have all your bass strings cut, you're going to be separating one, and I think that one should probably be for you the longest one if you have an odd amount of strings. So it's this one here, and make sure to double it over, so as pretty much as long as all your other ones would be. So I'd measure it by sticking the very end of that strand to match with all the other ones, then sort of doubling them along together so I can get the measurement like this. And then you're going to be needing to take the other strands away, so just make sure you put your finger here so you know where to double it over. Separate them, and then take this strand on the left side and match it so it's approximately as long as all the rest of them. And then next, you're going to be taking this and sticking it underneath your keyring, the bottom right here, and pulling it up through the hole of the keychain. And then you're simply just gonna take the, I guess, doubled over part of the strings, and you're going to be just threading them through the little loop right here. And pulling the long string all the way through and just tightening it so it faces us here. And you're going to be repeating the exact same thing with all the rest of the strings. So for example, just doubling all of them over. Not going to be needing to measure them because they're not longer or anything. You're just going to be needing to doubling them over like this, just matching the ends, and then doing exactly as I taught you to do by, again, sticking it through the little loop, coming through the bottom and pulling it from the top, and then threading the other strings through it, and then pulling it tight and making sure it is even. And yeah, so I'll be back after I finish that process, whereas I'll show you guys the next steps. Okay, so I am back, and after you guys have finished that process, you should basically just start the alpha pattern. So to do this, you're going to be needing to take your leading strand, and I did the exact same color bass strings as they have background. You guys can choose that if you want to, but for me, I just personally think that it looks better. And yeah, so once you take your longer leading strand, which for me is right here, you're going to be sort of making sure, I mean, it kind of depends on whether you're using the straight edges technique for your alphas, or if you're just using the regular alpha technique and not adding the straight edges in. So for me here, I'm going to be doing the straight edges. So just make sure that your longest strand, the one that I have here for your leading strand, is on the second from left side. So I'm just going to be switching it over here for now. And then that's where we're going to basically be just starting the knotting process. So I'll just be starting here with a backward forward knot with my leading strand onto the bass strand. And then I'll be just continuing the alpha pattern from there. And after you are finished with your alpha pattern, you can tune back into this video and I'll show you guys how to finish your pattern with the automatic strings. Okay, so I have my alpha pattern keychain finished, and to finish it off, you're going to be taking first the center 3 strings. So you're going to be basically just finding the very center string. So for me, it is this one right here, and the other 2 on either side of it. So you have the 3 middle strands, And you're going to be just separating the two bundles of the outside strands just to the side. And separating this one by I'll just kind of push it up like that. And then you're going to be taking on the left side first. It doesn't really matter which side. I'm just going to be teaching the left side because, I don't know, I just usually start with that side. So just take the second from outermost left string and do a backward knot onto the outermost left string with that string. And then next, keep these two strings together and take the third from outermost left strand and do a backward knot onto both of those strings at once. And then again, take the fourth from outermost left side and do a backward knot onto all of those three strings. And continue to do this until you reach these three strands, whereas you will stop and not do anything with these three. And then once you have finished that side, again separating the three from the rest of the right bundle, you're going to be doing the exact same thing except it's going to be mirrored. So just take the second from outermost right string, which is this one, and do a forward knot onto the outermost right string. Then take the third from outermost right string and knot onto the two outermost right strings at the same time. So just both of them. And then again, do the exact same thing with the fourth from outermost right string and knot onto all three of these at the same time as one bundle. And then finish off the rest of this bundle, and again excluding the three strings. Include the three strings in your bundle and sort of make them one bundle. And then take an excess of the color that you would like for the ties to be. And for example, I'll just be using the color of my base strands and my background color for this pattern. So just take it and make sure to fold it in half and make sure that you sort of measure out the center of it, whereas you'll be putting it under your bundle. And then you're going to be folding the left half of the string over the top of the bundle, and then taking the right side, putting it over the left string, picking up the string and the bundle and fishing it through that loop. And then you're going to be just pulling it tight. And this is called a square box knot. And then do the exact same thing, except on the right side. So just take the right part of the string and make a 4 over the bundle. Then take the left side, put it over the right string and fish it through the loop that the right string created. And then pull it up and tight. So this counts as one square box knot. I do 2 of these, so I'll just be repeating these steps I just told you once more until I just finish off the keychain and cut the strings. And then the very last step to create this keychain is just to take your scissors and all the string that you knotted with and just cut it off, simply like this. And there you go, you have your keychain completed. Okay, so take one of your base strands. So I have 8 of these and they're just all matched up here. And take one of them, set the rest over to the side, and double it over just by simply matching the ends together and then pulling the other half, so it's like a loop. Next, just thread it through the bottom of the keyring, and then pull it through the hole with the oops. Pull it through the little hole the keyring made, and then just fish the two matched ends through the loop, like this. So you have this here, and this sort of like loop type of two group threads together. And I'll show you how to do this once more, so just separate another one of your base strands from the rest. And again, double it over, and then stick that loop you made through the bottom of the keyring and up through the hole. And then again, just fish the two matched ends through the loop, and then pull it tight. So just complete this, just all the way until all your base strings are finished. So they should all be attached to your keyring, whereas I'll show you guys how to end your keychain. Okay, so once you have finished your keychain, you're going to want to split the two sides of your base strings evenly. So for example, I have 8 strands on either side, so you just split it in half. And you're going to be taking, starting on the left side, you can of course start on whichever side you want, but I'm just going to be starting on the left side. Take the second from outermost left string, so that would be this one, and do a backward knot onto the outermost left string. Next, do the exact same thing. Just take your third from outermost left string and do a backward knot on both of these strings combined as one. And then once more, take the fourth from outermost left string and do a backward knot onto all of the strings combined. And repeat this until all of the left side is completed and knotted onto each other. And then moving on to the right side, the right 8 strings for me, but the right side and all, just take the second from right outermost string and do a forward knot onto the outermost right string. Next, take the third from outermost right string and do a forward knot onto those 2 strings combined. And then again, take the fourth from outermost right string and do 1 forward knot onto these 3 strands all combined. And then, of course, complete the entire rest of the right side by just doing forward knots onto all of these strings combined, and then combining them with a bundle, and then keep knotting onto it until it's completely done. And I'll be back after that is finished. Okay, and then for the ties, I'm going to be using just some excess white string. And I'm just going to be doubling it over, making sure to measure out the center, which for me is right here. And you're going to be sticking the center part under all of the rest of the base strands as one bundle, and just sort of spreading out the sides. And then first you're going to be taking the left string, so just the left half of that string that you sprawled under your keychain, and then you're going to be taking your right string and just putting it over the left one, and you're going to be sliding it underneath the loop the left created, and you're going to be just pulling that string all the way through, and then just pulling on both sides and tightening it. and then just continue that with the right string as well. Fold that over the bundle, and then take your left string, fold it over, and then reach in through the hole, push the left string through and up over the right. So this counts as one box square knot. You can do this once more, which I would recommend at the very least, until it is secure enough to finish off the keychain. So I'll be back after I have finished both of the sides, and I'll be just cutting it off with scissors. So there we go. I have showed you guys how to make and start and end keychains with the odd amount of strings as well as the even amount of strings, and I hope this helps you guys out and you could learn from it and it was easy to understand. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more bracelet content from me, such as monthly wrap-ups, tutorials, more of these tutorials, and other content. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye!